Anyone remember the series where the guy turns into a dog and he becomes the pet of the girl that he loves and admires from afar? Well, that series officially ended about a week ago, and this is the final page and panel of the series that came out a week ago. And this is the chapter title for it. Chapter 65.5, Our First Time Mating. Now, I want to show something here. This is the final page. Next time, be a human, okay? And then, literally, it says the series is over. She's holding his paw. He responds with wolf. And I think by just the panel alone, these two panels alone, and the chapter title, I think it kind of gives you a grasp of what happened in the final chapter. Now, to be fair, okay, my life as Inukai-san's dog is always been weird. Like, ever since its inception, ever since basically its first chapter ever came out, like, years ago. As you can see, it's an old series. It's very clear that the series, was weird. Okay, and, that's fine. There's always a place for weird stuff, I think, anyone should be able to do, whatever they want. So, it's a fantasy world, it's not real, etc. But it is still weird. And the fact that the series legitimately ended on this type of note is honestly just cursed. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this might be one of the cursed endings I've ever seen in a manga. Now, the only thing I think that really beats this in my mind by a large margin is Usagi Drop. If you have ever read Usagi Drop, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you have not read Usagi Drop and somehow you've only watched the anime, keep it like that way. You don't want to know. That's all I'm going to say. You do not want to know. But all that pushed aside, the ending of Inukai-san's, life, or my life as Inukai-san's dog or whatever, is just, I took a glance at it out of just curiosity. Like, let me explain, okay? So I heard the series ended. And I was like, I heard people talking about the ending was just, like, really cursed. So I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. And then I open up the chapter, and it's pretty much, I obviously gotta censor the panels. The black splodge is, like, spots all over the panels is, me censoring it. But, I think it explains enough that a final chapter is completely dedicated to what you clearly see. And it's like, bro, I gotta admit, the author kept to his guns. I gotta say, he kept to his guns. I cannot believe that this is exactly how the series ended. She is aware that, he is a human, and then, he could turn into a dog back and forth. It's just, wow. Now, with that being said, though, I'm gonna say that, I... I'm curious to see what this offer works on next, because it's like, I cannot believe something like this actually existed and concluded and has an ending. And it's just like, why does a series like this, that obviously has this type of progression, why does this exist? I mean, you have series like Rent-a-Girlfriend that literally goes hundreds of chapters with, like, no progression. It's just like, why? To be fair, as I said, this year is definitely the year of romance manga. I mean, we've been getting a lot of progression and stuff in a bunch of different series like Nagatoro, Usaki-chan, and now clearly this, it concluded. And it's just like, I guess for those that are mega fans of Inukai-san, they probably jump up for joy with this final chapter. Even if it's weird. They're probably jumping for joy. Like, wow, a conclusion like this. I don't know. I wanted to, bestow this cursed knowledge to all of you guys about this series, because I found out about it and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna, let everybody a part of the community know. I want to let you guys know just how cursed this is. And the series that started off weird, ended weird. It definitely stuck true to what it was. But, oh yeah, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Be safe, stay healthy. Chibi out.